Hi students, let us discuss determination of alkalinity of given water sample. In the laboratory, you will be provided with water samples like this, water sample A, water sample B, like that. So, alkalinity of the given water sample is to be determined. Water sample becomes alkaline due to the presence of ions, few ions like carbonate, hydroxide and bicarbonate. Carbonate, hydroxide, bicarbonate causes alkalinity to water sample. And in some water samples, combinations of ions also exist. Carbonate, hydroxide coexist. Carbonate, bicarbonate also exist. But bicarbonate, hydroxide combination do not exist since they react with one another and forms carbonate and water. Means this combination is equivalent to carbonate alone. So natural water samples, alkaline water samples consist of carbonate alone or hydroxide alone, bicarbonate alone or carbonate hydroxide combination. Both the ions exist in that sample, carbonate and bicarbonate ions. And let us see the procedure of the experiment. In the experiment, to determine the alkalinity, we had to titrate the given water sample with HCl. As titration proceeds, the reactions which occur are these three. Carbonate reacts with hydrochloric acid and forms bicarbonate and chloride ion. Bicarbonate is still alkaline in nature. This step is called half neutralization of carbonate. That bicarbonate again reacts with HCl, another mole of HCl, and gives chloride ion, water and carbon dioxide. So the net reaction is, this is another half neutralization of carbonate. Net reaction is carbonate reacts with 2 moles of HCl and gives 2 chloride ions, water and carbon dioxide. The molar ratio of carbonate and hydrochloric acid is 1:2. If water sample consists of only bicarbonate, if the given water sample consists of only bicarbonate, that reacts with hydrochloric acid and forms chloride, water and carbon dioxide. If the given water sample contains hydroxide ion, that reacts with hydrochloric acid and forms water and chloride ion. So these are the reactions which occur in the conical flask while doing the titration. But in the procedure, we had to titrate the given water sample with HCl by using phenolphthalein once, and second time we had to titrate the given water sample with methyl orange. While doing the titration by using phenolphthalein, these are the chemical reactions which occur in conical flask. They are carbonate half neutralization of carbonate. Carbonate reacts with 1 mole of HCl, forms bicarbonate and chloride. After the completion of this reaction, phenolphthalein changes its color. If hydroxide is also there in the given water sample, that also undergo neutralization when phenolphthalein is used. When methyl orange is used, all reactions occur. If water sample contains carbonate and bicarbonate, carbonate undergo complete neutralization, and bicarbonate which is there in the water sample also undergo neutralization. If water sample contains carbonate and hydroxide ions, both of them also undergo complete neutralization. When methyl orange is used, all the reactions 1, 2, 3, total reactions occur. Actually, this is the second step of this. So this is the bicarbonate which is formed from carbonate. But bicarbonate which is, if there in the water sample, that also undergo neutralization. Okay students, let us see the experimental part of the experiment. Here there is a given water sample. Our aim is to find the alkalinity, amount of alkalinity present in this water sample. For this, we should titrate it with HCl by using phenolphthalein once, and another time second titration with methyl orange indicator. 2 titrations are required. First of all, pipette out 10 ml of water sample into a clean conical flask. Pipette out 10 ml of given water sample into a clean conical flask. To this, add phenolphthalein indicator, 1 or 2 drops of phenolphthalein indicator. Just adding 2 drops of phenolphthalein indicator. You know that phenolphthalein shows pink color in alkalis. So there is a water sample, alkaline water sample, that's why pink color is up here. Then fill the burette with hydrochloric acid. Already it is filled with HCl up to 0. Initial reading is 0. Then titrate it with water sample which is there in the conical flask. Slowly release titrant to the burette. It should directly fall on the contents of the conical flask, not on the inner walls of the conical flask. Stir it constantly. Constant stirring is required. So neutralization reaction, alkaline water reacts with hydrochloric acid, and neutralization reaction occur in conical flask. At the end point, phenolphthalein becomes colorless. So solution turns colorless at the end point. Hence add HCl till the solution becomes colorless. It is became pale pink, no colorless. Then note down the burette reading. End point is here 16 ml. 16 ml. Exactly 16. So there is a final reading, initial reading 0. So 16 minus 0 is 16 ml. 16 ml of HCl is consumed for the neutralization of water sample B when phenolphthalein is used. Let us see that how many ml of HCl consumed when methyl orange is used as an indicator. Again I am taking HCl in this, filling the burette with HCl. Taking up to 0, or we can continue from this 16 also. Then again you pipette out, wash it thoroughly, and in the clean conical flask pipette out 10 ml of water sample. What sample? Already I have pipetted out 10 ml of water sample B, and this time I am adding methyl orange indicator, 2 drops. 2 drops of methyl orange indicator. Methyl orange shows yellowish color, yellow color in the alkaline solutions. Then titrate it with HCl in a similar manner. Add titrant directly to the contents of the conical flask, to the alkaline water sample, and methyl orange indicator here we are using. Here more volume of HCl is consumed, already explained in principle. All alkaline species undergo neutralization while methyl orange is used as an indicator. I am doing it like this. So neutralization reaction is taking place and yellow color is changed to pink. The neutralization points, pink color is obtained. Then you stop the addition of HCl and note down the end point. Here 0 ml is initial and 25.1 ml. 25.1 ml is the end point. 25.1 minus 0 is 25.1 ml consumed here. When phenolphthalein is used, 16 ml, and when methyl orange is used as an indicator, 25.1. Based on the relation of these two burette readings, we get the type of alkalinity which is there in the conical flask, type of alkalinity which is there in the given water sample. Phenolphthalein reading is considered as P and methyl orange burette reading is considered as M. Based on P and M relation, we get the type of alkalinity. After that, by using the concentration and some principles, volume of HCl consumed for the neutralization of alkaline species, we get the concentrations of alkaline species present in water sample, and we can estimate the amount of alkaline species present in the water. Okay, we have observed that phenolphthalein endpoint is 16 ml. This is the final reading and initial reading. The difference of final and initial is 16 ml. And methyl orange endpoint is 25.1 minus 0. Final minus initial, that is 25.1. So here it is indicated with M, this is indicated with P. Based on P and M relation, we get the type of alkalinity. Already we know that there are 5 types of alkalinity water. They are alkaline water sample may contain only hydroxide, only carbonate, only bicarbonate ions, and a combination of carbonate and bicarbonate or combination of carbonate and hydroxide. Based on the P and M relation, we get the type of alkalinity. During the titration, if we get 0 P value and 0 M value, that indicates that no alkalinity is present. It means just after taking 10 ml of water sample and by the addition of phenolphthalein that do not exhibit any color. While doing the titration with phenolphthalein, initial color is pink and finally that is changed to colorless. So even at the beginning only phenolphthalein does not exhibit any color, that can be considered as P is equal to 0. And in case of methyl orange, at the beginning only if pink color is observed instead of yellow, that is considered as 0 and that water sample is not alkaline. If P and M values are equal, here we got 16.0 and 25.1. Sometimes we get same P and M values. That P and M values if same, that indicates that the taken water sample contains only hydroxide. Hydroxide ions are present in that. Sometimes we get this relation P is equal to M by 2. Suppose phenolphthalein endpoint is at 8 ml and methyl orange indicator endpoint is 16 ml. 16 by 2 is 8. It means P is equal to M by 2. That indicates that the water sample contains carbonate alone. And in some other case, we get P endpoint and methyl orange value is 0. At the beginning only methyl orange shows pink color. In such case, the alkalinity, type of alkalinity is bicarbonate only. Means the taken water sample contain only bicarbonate. And in some other case, P less than M by 2. P less than M by 2. P less than M by 2 means suppose P value is 6 ml. Phenolphthalein endpoint is 6 ml and M value is 20. M by 2 is 10. 6 is less than 10. So P if less than M by 2, that indicates that the taken water sample contains carbonate and bicarbonate both. We have to estimate carbonate in that sample and bicarbonate also present in that sample. So 2 ions are to be estimated if we get this relation. And in some other cases, we get P greater than M by 2 relation. In our example also, 25.1. 25.1 means half of this is 12 point something, 12. And M value is, M by 2 is 12.5. Okay, students, let us see the calculation part of the experiment. So calculations of water sample B. For water sample B, we got 16 ml of phenolphthalein reading. P is equal to 16, M is equal to 25.1. The relation between these two is P less than N by 2. Then type of alkalinity, this relation is indicating that carbonate and hydroxide both are present in water sample B. Both are present in water sample B. Type of alkalinity TOA means we have to estimate carbonate as well as hydroxide in water sample B. Let us see this one. Estimation of carbonate in water sample B and estimation of hydroxide in water sample B. Here, the volume of HCl to be used for carbonate calculations is 2 into M minus P. Already I said that M minus P volume of HCl consumed for half utilization of carbonate. For complete utilization of carbonate, the total volume of HCl consumed is 2 into M minus P, 2 half utilizations. So 2 into M minus P, that is 2 into 25.1 minus 16 ml, that is equal to 18.2 ml. Then molarity of carbonate is equal to molarity of HCl, volume of HCl by NHCl into N carbonate by V carbonate, that is equal to 0.1. Molarity of HCl is 0.1. This is given to you, or we have to standardize that. 0.1 and 18.2 is the volume of HCl to be used. Here, that much of HCl consumed for the utilization of carbonate which is there in water sample B, and number of moles of HCl. As per the principle, 2 moles of HCl involved. So 2, number of moles of carbonate 1, and volume of carbonate nothing but volume of water sample B taken for titration, that is 10. Then the value which is obtained is molarity of carbonate in water sample B, that is 0.091 m. 0.091 m in water sample B. And amount, molarity into the ionic weight, gram formula weight of the gram ionic weight of the carbonate, 0.091 into 60, that is 5.46 grams per liter. So in a liter of water sample B, 5.46 grams of carbonate is present. Next, estimation of hydroxide in water sample B. For this, the volume of HCl principle is M minus 2 into M minus P as per the table which is given to you. So here M is total volume of HCl. Total volume of HCl consumed for the neutralization of total carbonate and hydroxide. So from total volume of HCl we have to subtract the volume of HCl which is utilized for the neutralization of carbonate only. For carbonate 18.2, that is 2 into M minus P. So total value 25.1 minus 18.2, 6.9 ml. This is the volume of HCl consumed for the neutralization of hydroxide present in water sample B. Then molarity of hydroxide is equal to molarity of HCl, volume of HCl by NHCl, number of moles of HCl into number of moles of hydroxide, number of moles of hydroxide and volume of hydroxide. That is 0.1 into 6.9 by 1 into number of moles of hydroxide 1 by 10. The volume of water sample B taken from the titration, that is volume of hydroxide 10. Answer is 0.069 m. Then amount of hydroxide is equal to 0.069 m into gram ionic weight of hydroxide, that is 17 grams per liter. Answer is 1.173 grams per liter. This is the amount of hydroxide present in water sample B. This much of grams present in 1.173 grams of hydroxide present in liter of water sample B. And the result is to be expressed like this, reported like this. Result, water sample B, type of alkalinity, carbonated hydroxide, and molarity of carbonate, here it is obtained 0.091, and amount of carbonate. The B, hydroxide is also there, 0.069, and amount of hydroxide is 1.173 grams per liter. So this is the determination of alkalinity present in the given water sample. Some other water sample may get different relations. If P is equal to m by 2, suppose P value is 8 and m value is 16. Wait a minute. If P is 8, while doing the titration with while doing the titration with phenolphthalein, 8 is the end point, and m value is 16 or 16.2. Like this. If we get like this, P is equal to m by 2 is the relation. P is equal to m by 2 is the relation. Suppose another water sample, I am taking it is it has A. In case of A, P is equal to 8 and m is equal to 16. Then P is equal to m by 2. Then type of alkalinity is carbonate alone. Then no need to estimate other ions. Only carbonate estimation is to be done. That is like this. Here, estimation of carbonate in water sample A. In water sample A, volume of HCl. Volume of HCl. For carbonate, the volume of HCl is to be used either 2P or N. 2P means 2 into 18. Sorry, 2 into 8 or 16 ml. Both are same, and use the same principle. Molarity of carbonate is equal to molarity of HCl, that is 0.1, and volume of HCl by number of moles of HCl to number of moles of carbonate, volume of carbonate. So 0.1 into volume of HCl. Volume of HCl means 16 ml divided by number of moles of HCl, 2 moles, 1:2 ratio. Carbonate and HCl reacts with one another in 1:2 ratio, and the carbonate moles 1 and here 10. The answer which is obtained is molarity of carbonate. Then amount of carbonate, molarity of carbonate. Then amount of carbonate is equal to molarity of carbonate into carbonate ionic weight, gram ionic weight, 60 grams per liter, dash grams per liter. That is to be mentioned here. In water sample A, I am considering water sample A. What's the relation between P and M? P is equal to m by 2. So that only carbonate is there. Write its molarity and its weight in the result box. Like this. Alkaline species amount is to be can be determined.